Hi, my name's Chris from QuickSAT. I'm looking to tell you today about a simple way to set up a portable satellite system for the use of camping. Now, if you've had experience in the past at setting up a camping kit, you'll just know how difficult it can be with the basic tools as regards to finding a satellite. Finding a satellite relies upon a horizontal position and a vertical position. And over the years of our experience in selling portable camping kits to members of the public, we have found that where people have had difficulties is with, first and foremost, setting the elevation. The reason for that is the majority of systems on the market, traditional mechanical systems, have an elevation gauge round the rear of the dish which indicates the angle of the dish to be set at in line with where they are camping at that time, whether it's in the UK or in Europe. Setting the angle of the dish mechanically with pointing the arrow to the relevant measure of degree, putting the dish on the tripod and then the tripod on the ground. This all is only true if the ground is completely flat. Otherwise, the elevation is incorrect. This is your traditional method of setting the elevation angle of your traditional camping kit dish. You see the measure of degrees imprinted to the steel, and below there is an arrow to indicate the setting required. Slackening the nuts off, you can make the adjustment of the fabrication of the dish and move it to the required angle dependent on the area that you're camping in. However, this is only true when putting the tripod on even ground. If the ground is not even, then this is not true. So we've spoke about how you set the elevation with a traditional dish using the imprinted angle on the back of the tin dish, moving it. You see the arrow move. You see it move to the arrow, setting the dish. You put it on the floor and hope the floor is flat. That's where the problem is, because of course when we go camping, we're either camping on grass, we might be on the beach. Typically we're not in an environment where the floor is flat. So straight away putting that tripod on uneven ground is then going to make the elevation untrue. So at QuickSAT we have developed a product that deals with that area of elevation. And how we've done that is by using a patented design with the use of technology, electronics, which allows us to give you a precise measure of elevation whether the ground is flat or uneven. I'll show you on the QuickSAT 65. We've got three models. We have the QS45, the QS65 and the QS80. This particular model here is a flat panel system. It doesn't have an LMB in the front. It has an LMB round the back of the dish instead, which is very popular because it's less cumbersome. There's nothing at the front there, makes it nice and easy to pack away. The shelf round the back here is a part of the design which allows us to put our elevation tool on the back. And this shelf is a calibrated shelf which allows us to measure the face of the panel with our tool. This tool has an integrated pendulum, and that pendulum, when measuring the face of the dish, is getting a fix from the core of the earth. So irrespective of whatever surface we put on it, whether it's flat or whether it's uneven, when we tilt our dish back, like so, then it's measuring the angle of the face based on the core of the Earth. If we are looking for a measure of elevation at 22 degrees, by tilting the dish back, we can see precisely when we reach our measure of elevation. And that then we know to be true. Of course, then after we've set the elevation, that deals with the issue of the horizontal issue, where the satellite is in orbit in the sky. The next thing we need to do is we need to make the connection as regards to its position vertical. And by doing so, we don't need any BP meters, we don't need any special tools. We have in our system, again, patented, nobody else has got this product, an external speaker that plugs into the dish. Why the speaker? Well, that's a good question. What we have is in our cable that goes between the satellite receiver, whether that be in your television or whether you've got a separate satellite receiver. Well, some people actually use the Skybox, of course, which has a satellite technology built in. Every signal cable, of course, needs a connecting cable, and in our kits, to make life easy for you, not only do we want you to set this up nice and easy, but we also use these push fit connectors, which when you screw them to the F-type connector, it allows you simply just to plug it on to your LNB, like so. With that then plugged in, we also have a second cable within the same sheath, and that is a 3.5 jack audio cable. That now plugs into the side of your dish, which you can clearly see here, now ends up being connected with a junction box to the external speaker. So having set the cables up at the dish end, now we're going to set the cables up at the TV end. This particular application has a television, or as a television, has a satellite receiver already built into it. There are quite a few of these products on the market, of which you can go to our website and you can see most of them for sale. But the other side of the cable TV end now plugs in to the F-type satellite input, which could be either to the input or LNB input of your Skybox or your satellite receiver. Now, most televisions also have an audio output, a headphone output. So again, here is your 3.5 jack, and that goes into the headphone output. So effectively what we've got is we've got one cable taking two connectors, one for signal and one for audio. So the unique concept of how QuickSAT works is first and foremost by being on a specific, or should we say the exact elevation required because of our elevation tool, now moving the dish with the television turned on, selecting a channel, increasing the volume, moving the dish and making a fine-tuned connection. When making connection with the satellite in the sky, the audio from the satellite receiver now transfers the audio out the speaker at the point of the dish. The benefit of this is this can be a one-person setup. No need to shout through the window, "Have we got a picture yet?" Stood outside by your dish, when you connect to the satellite, you can hear the sound through the speaker confirming connection to the satellite. And by hearing the sound, this confirms you've got TV. So, what comes with the QuickSAT kit? Well, you've got the variety of dish choice dependent on the power and where you want to be able to receive satellites. But what comes standard with all the kits, irrespective of the dish size you choose, is first and foremost you get the cable, and the cable's 15 meters long. It's not heavy, thick coaxial cable, so it's quite easy to pass through a window on a motorhome or a caravan. You've got two connectors on, as demonstrated in the earlier demonstration. This is an F-type connector, and the F-type connector comes alongside with the push-fit connectors. You get two of these, one for the satellite dish end and one for your television receiver end, whether that's in the TV or a TV receiver box. You also have within the same cable a 3.5 jack. That is what's connected to the television's audio output and is connected to the dish end for the speaker output. That's in the kit. You also get a compass to put you in the general direction. To help you make the job as easy as possible, we've also made this sat mat, which allows you to put this on the floor, put your compass on there, and by moving the mat around and aligning the two arrows, the blue arrow then becomes the general direction of where the satellite is in the sky. So we can show you more of that in a demonstration, but that's included as well as a compass. Then your elevation tool, this is the device which sits on the shelf, which then measures the angle of the dish as you tilt it back. That's complete. You also get the speaker, which then plugs into the dish, which then confirms connection to the satellite by giving audio through that speaker. Also, batteries are inclusive. 2 batteries for your elevation tool, 2 batteries for your speaker, complete. And to protect all your bits and pieces and to make it nice and easy to pack them away, there's a carry case for your measuring tool and for your speaker and for your compass. So the only thing then outside of the kit is to pack it all away nice and neat and tidy. That's your dish, your cable, your tripod, is your carry case. So we do one for the 45, we do one for the 65, and we do a big case for the 80. The carry cases are padded and they're zipped either side, make it nice and easy to stow away for your next camping stop. So now what we'll do is we'll take you outside to where we've got 3 of the dishes set up, the 45, the 65 and the 80, so you can see the difference between the 3 kits. Thank you. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to show you how easy it is to set up a QuickSAT with a television with a satellite receiver built in. The principle is the same, but we'll show you each example just how easy it is to set up. So as you can see, we've got a television here. The satellite receiver is built in. We've already selected the satellite receiver as an option in the source menu. We've got our cables here. We're now going to connect the signal cable to the satellite antenna input on the side of the TV. We're now going to get the 3.5 jack audio and we're going to plug that into the headphone of the television too. With that then plugged in, with the remote control of the television, we're going to select a channel. Selecting a channel, we're going to now increase the volume on the television, so when we're connected outside, it's ready to transfer the audio from the television to the speaker. So currently, as you can see on this television here, we are receiving no signal. However, we are in or selected BBC Two England. So we're set up at the television end. Now we're going to take it outside and we're going to set it up at the satellite dish end. Okay, so we've set it up inside. We've now come outside at the dish end to set the dish up. This is everything in the bag. This is your dish, your tripod, and all the tools, basically to set the dish elevation up. So we've put the cable from the television out the window for the purpose of demonstration. Open the first thing we've got is a tripod. Now, also, this is the mat we spoke about earlier. We're going to pop the mat on the floor, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get our compass, and we're going to put our compass onto the mat like so. Now, by moving the mat like so and watching the compass, there's a red arrow on the mat as well as a red arrow in the compass. By aligning the two arrows together, we can now set our dish up with a tripod leg going over the blue line. This is the general direction of where the satellite is in orbit. Now, by using the front leg of the tripod, this is an indicator to us of the general direction of where Astra 28 is in the sky. Simple but effective. This is our dish. Everything is all ready, bolted, strapped in, so easy to set up. All we're going to do now is pop that onto the tripod like so. Make sure we're in position. Bring our elevation tool, pop that onto the shelf, and get our speaker and put that onto the side as well. Turn the speaker on, ready for the audio, and then we're going to introduce the cable and plug it into the speaker and to the LNB. Okay, so we've got the mat, we've got the compass red arrow with the red arrow on the mat, the blue arrow pointing out the general direction of Astra. We've now put the tripod leg directly over the blue line. Looking over the top of it. Now we can use the printed material that comes in the bag, or alternatively an application you can download off our website, or alternatively you can use our website, and by doing so you put the postal code in, or the area that you are in, the satellite you wish to search for, and then it will advise you the elevation angle you need to set your dish at. With your tool on the side, your speaker on the side, now we introduce the cable. Plugging in to your LNB, and then taking the 3.5 jack and plugging that into the other side of the speaker. Setting the elevation dish, now we can position the dish at the angle required for the relevant area. In this area is approximately 22-23 degrees.
I'm astonished given how little land there is. Under budget by £15,000.
You know you've got TV, you can hear it coming through the speaker. That's how simple it is. So that's without even moving it. But of course, if it was slightly out in the example we now turn on, by moving the dish, slowly moving the dish, when we hit the satellite, that's how simple it is to set up the QuickSAT. Of course, when finished, remove the speaker, remove the elevation tool, and go inside and put the kettle on and watch some television. Okay, so we've spoke about what comes in the kit as regards to the tools, the speaker, the meter, the cable, the compass, the sat mats, etc. So then the only difference being is the size of dish you require dependent on where you go camping. So we start it off with a 45cm dish. Unlike the 65, it's got the LMB at the front. All the LMBs are a 2-input LMB, and the advantage of that is if you are using a skybox, not only are you able to view using one side of the LMB, but you can also use the recording facility as well, whether it's on your skybox or a satellite receiver that has the capability to be able to view and record at the same time. Then on the 45, the speaker and the elevation tool, just as in the 65. You can see the relevant footprints that this dish is capable of on the QuickSAT website. We're back to the 65 dish. You've seen this in action, you've seen how it performs. This is probably the #1 seller. 1, because of its size, and 2, because of its capability. Its size is the same size as the 45cm dish. However, because of the technology of the panel itself, it has the power of a 65cm dish. And then for those people who want to be able to get TV in south of France and northern Spain, then we have to step up to the big boy. And this is the QS80. And again, the QS80 comes with a twin LMB, with a speaker, the elevation tools, the QuickSAT technology. And this technology is patented by QuickSAT, not available anywhere else. Should you have any questions, don't hesitate to either email us, go to our website, or alternatively, give us a call. The telephone number's on the website for any further information you may require. We are proud of this product, and the customers that we have supplied this product with are both satisfied and impressed at the speed, especially if they've previously had a portable camping kit before and struggled to set it up. This is so simple, it's so easy to do. Of course, as mentioned, if there's any questions, don't hesitate, drop us an email, give us a call. Thank you for watching us at QuickSAT, and I hope you're impressed with our demonstration. Thank you.